I often talk about how I perceive the value of spending on space exploration to be significantly higher than the value many times of spending so much as a country on war, on defense, on the military industrial complex. And to illustrate this, we now have an interesting story which points out that the first stealth jet attack on Syria last week cost more than the recent Indian mission to Mars, which was successful. Fears of a potent Syrian air defense system drove the Air Force in the U.S. to send its silver bullet force of F-22 Raptor stealth fighters into battle for the first time. The Pentagon confirmed that the $150 million jets had struck an ISIS command and control facility in Syria with a satellite-guided bomb. The Raptors' first mission was not cheap. Together, the missiles and the airstrikes cost at least $79 million to pull off, according to the Daily Beast. That's more expensive than India's mission to Mars, which was completed earlier this week, at a cost of just $74 million. This was a first for India. The country placed a satellite into orbit around Mars on its first attempt. Well, my response, Lewis, is yeah, but can that Indian craft fire Hellfire missiles at people?
I would say that it probably cannot, unfortunately.
And can it take pictures and send them back of us blowing stuff up on Mars?
No, but we can see pictures of a nice, peaceful planet.
Right. Yeah. So this further just reinforces the fact that so many Americans are disconnected from the reality of how much is being spent and how expensive it is to carry these things out. And very often our conversation only focuses on the moral and the strategic and the political, and not so much on the fiscal. And the fiscal is not something to be ignored, is it?
No, I think that is hugely important. I mean, we're spending billions, trillions and trillions of dollars on this nonsense over the years. Think about what that could have done for our country, for our infrastructure, for our people.
Particularly, Lewis, when you think about how often we spend the money first to give aid to a country and arm rebels or whatever, and then we end up spending more money to fight against those weapons we provided.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing. But I think that the fiscal issue should be the number one thing talked about when it comes to this stuff.